the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
2024 elections is just around the corner. We a year series ya mobenya edi a free Nsem-Pii TV. Ya a enormous research work and ya de bremo about the credibility first of all, the credibility of the two leading candidates for the 2024 elections. Sen obia mudie esitie. Etaite the NDC accusing the MPP's flag bearer, Dr. Bawumia, say won kan okre. Oye otrofo nti obehu no omo kotu bawolaya. So also from the MPP side, also accuse the NDC's flag bearer, former President John Dramani Mahama, say oye kronfo oye corrupt with these tasks. Now, saying a record no actually. For the record, you compare nipa no in terms of a Jumoye as a vice president because Dr. Bawumia omeye mapenida afei na all pre ahwehwe say Ghana for Bejina Tumato Amana Bay Mampeni. But on a common ground, so dear John Dramani Mahama Bay Mampenina Bedi Chile Pen, Ediama the late Professor J.E. Amos. Sound so na Dr. Bawumia ne or ye Mampenina Bedi Chile, Edema His Excellency Nanado Dam Koko Fado. Enti on a common grounds. A bit me a compare penny for me. Now, series part 1. And the credibility na international credibility of the two candidates. We are say amine eso say and pennyfo imi ye wo nneoma fae eno na ye enti first of all ye former President John Dramani say me Charles na America we part 1 of the series ye be bremo e be ye ne say no seasonal movie no ti part 1 part 2 part 3 ye be ye ne san ko si se nyankopon ya doma December the 7th ye be to aba enti ye part 1 ye e dey free John Dramani Mahama of the NDC credibility ye too far akọ South America kura ye friend Brazil as a vice president the man panyini ya na the late Professor John Evans Atamos edi dwumadi share ne nsa se onko Brazil abrochimemu ya wo wiemu hyen dwumadie company ya ye frɛ omo Embraer onko no onko hwɛ se ye benya aeroplane mienu aeroplane 9 sorry na ye de abre Ghana Armed Forces ama omo de aye training the training for the Ghana Air Force 4 Super Tucanos Embraer. Na as mampanyina be de akire na mampanyin de sa to me ni share nsa. Ne ye de kosi. Say na me kan say we academic and mature analysis ne ye no ha. Enti me wo krata a free office of the vice president, the castle Osu. Date was 26th of April 2012. Addressed to Mr. Felipe Montero, Director, Sales and Business Development, International Business Development, Embraer Defense and Security. Ya nipa nensa secretary as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Also, dear Mr. Montero, I write to express my deepest appreciation and that of the government and people of Ghana to you in particular and your colleagues at Embraer for your support in completing arrangements for the supply of the Embraer E190 SA aircraft to Ghana. Recent information and briefings from our ambassador to Brazil has, however, highlighted some issues that are of major concern to the Embraer organization regarding the current order. While the issues have not been formally communicated to Ghanaian officials, I find it necessary to assure you of my government's commitment to complete negotiations for the aircraft. Entiaha, former President John Dramani Mahama krata wo twere de koma Embrel ya wo gina Ghana abanya na mu adi saa edwadie no agitu mu sɛ nsawoso a ɛda Embrel ene Ghana aban kɔfo ntem no saa nsawoso no enchi no ahyew ene menteme ho ase bia bam na emum ɔno gina mu sɛ mampanya bedi akira mampanyiri tumi ama no aka akira Embrelfo ne sɛ ɛyeyeyya negotiations in the ebebaso. I wish to request a meeting with you and any of your colleagues in my office in Ghana to urgently address these issues and any outstanding matters that may exist regarding this order, and to discuss modalities for the supply of 4 Super Tucanos from Embrel to be used for training for our Air Force personnel. Please accept the assurances of my highest consideration. Signed, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Da krata yi ko yechiri, yentie gisi. Krata yi ko yechiri, and a Vice President John Dramani Mahama, ebeye announcement to the boss, the late Professor J.E. Amos, and a Ghana Mrasibe just say, Embrel no mako nan no aye koton. Embrel fo ne say ba ko bia abo eye 55,264,000 dollars. Na ono kwa bi osusu say yen Air Force for discipline ye training ni wi a enka yen configuration yen convert man me luxury jet military aircraft. Na si yesi yetu sa na mono a sika yebebo na aka yebebo ewo every single Embrel aircraft be $88 million. Sa ne say ye convert ya plane be hia extra fuel tank eno ne bo kwa ye $8 million. E be hia air staircase eno no bo ye $1 million. E be hia in-flight entertainment eno no bo ye $1.4 million. Ebesan ehia an enhanced first class executive status eno so beboka wo ho $1 million. Na wakika ni nsem yi nyina awie yen ena Attorney General then Martin ABK Amidu enso de betu jase wa contact manufacturers the same Embrel about nsem the Vice President de betu ja. Na Embrel quote the actually say the price of that jet ranges between $28 million and $40 million for one. Meanwhile, the Vice President buy and Rebecca say a $55,264,000. And Tinacha say there is a difference between Embrel pricer Omuko to the Martin Amidu as Attorney General and former President John Dramani Mahama, who was the then Vice President Pricer or board at the actual of my Ghana. The sanity among minority, a raising red flag led by minority leader Osei Chairman Sabonso. And no, any general soma, the President then, His Excellency John Evans Atamas 29 this year, Samuel Debi, Yenye Humo. And a committee was set up consisting of Mr. William Abua, Mr. George Amwa, Brigadier General Alote retired, your former judge and advocate general. Nipa mienu I can win nyina no mo ye mpanimfo de ma the Ghana Armed Forces. Ya committee no, omo terms of reference na ye I to investigate the process adopted in selecting, negotiating and agreeing on the acquisition of the aircraft. I to investigate the competitive advantage, prices of the aircraft, and the level of economic and financial due diligence conducted by relevant agencies in the process of acquisition of the aircraft. I to investigate any other matter that, in the opinion of the committee, is reasonably related to the foregoing terms of reference. Committee yi trans ye hwehwemu nyina wie no. Price Martin ABK Amidu kan no, the same price and a committee deba. Meaning say ye nim baby a the then vice president go to the price of 55 million. So ye wie kura ne pese ye convert it to luxurious jet for the military. Ye be boka 88 million. The sanity. The president then JEA Mills the late cancel the Brazil embryo deal. Now interestingly, the Attorney General the Martin K. ABK Amidu say ye hwiemu ko hunu say contract no ya cancel aeroplane no ye nyantoye ni akosi aeroplane hangar worth $17 million. Ye ka aeroplane hangar baby a aeroplane ba ABC $17 million. Meanwhile the contract had been cancelled. The $17 million of Ghana's money went wasted. Suma Vice President John Dramani Mahama so onko Brazil enko pe 4 Embraer aircraft and from Ghana and force na omo dia ye training die kosi yin from Brazil ye too far e dia ko UK dia in fact e yamaso mu asem ye sansman no UK bio se onko na onko pe Airbus planes and from Ghana Armed Forces and also die copy man say UK Crown Court transam no su di jitu mu say Ghana high ranking government official a bribe of 5 million euro. Sa chinchina nchinia ke yankoni yankonkoto Airbus C295 famara. UK Crown Court establishes say nipa udi between ye intermediary ma sa bribe bora Ghana ni friend intermediary 5. UK Crown Court establishes say intermediary 5 no na Samuel Mahama ya oye former president John Dramani Mahama onua. The then Attorney General ya edidi mu a obeye special prosecutor Martin ABK Amidu enso krata establishes say that government official one no bribe of 5 million euro be seen so in the Airbus scandal no na the then vice president John Dramani Mahama. Ti wo free Brazil too far ko UK. Se won san ko di wiemu hye hu dwan. And also 5 million euro. Ademo de ekopie mu ho. Too far edi free UK eni bowra the Korea Republic. Korea Republic enso the man panyini sa bre no ya na ye the late John Evans Atamos. Sa bre na ho dodo na kakra. Enti on the 22nd of July 2010 and I was suma ne man panyina be di echi John Dramani Mahama say miura adan ho nsem accommodation housing ho nsem in fact e ho aye den kakra wo mayin enti ene wo Korea yi kon na ko hu delegation Korea ne ehwe see e benya reputable company on ba boa yen in the building of housing units especially for our security agencies na dansi ho nsem ya ho atoye kakra enti the vice president then John Dramani Mahama any penifo bi te Professor Kofi Awono afi totobi kwache eno mo ka ho ena edi animu eko Korea ko hunu campaign a ye friend STX se yanko negotiate omko ye STX force ye no kre omo betumi asi 200,000 housing units amaye contract ni nyina abo beso $10 billion. Yeah, so 200,000 units in 30,000 units for our security agencies. The Ghana Army, the immigration, the customs, and Momaka. The bedroom, you know, Omaka say, out of that $10 billion, 90% of that funding be free the Korean company, not 10% from my Ghana. After the STS Korean penny for bedroom, my mua, almost Debbie, and yes, I know Mudin common fire, they may 50-50. And a minority, sorry, I say, $10 billion, 50%, $5 billion a year. Ghana, you can just go in and they completed this housing unit. And why the late JEA Mills, 2 and 90 years ago, so said Debbie. Monsanya Hurimu, because that's an okrebi and yejuma. Interestingly, contracting you mama so, but interesting. Omine Boka $258 million as payment for. And your man, you may be. Ya, and your son, your man. They need demo tinti my pa. A insurance. A contractor that was never executed. You bought insurance close to $300 million. And this was established by the then Attorney General Bill, Martin A.B.K. Amidu. Now, interestingly, at the ABC Korea, and you should say, STS Korea for a delegation led by the Vice President John Dramani Mahama, Emma Obia $2,600 and other freebies just to soften their stance to ensure, say, Kianiki, at the end of the board, in cry, oh my God, I need to. Now, the Daily Mail newspaper in the UK, Chirimua, Honorable Albert Abongo, yes, Abrena was Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing. Yana Wakan, the 12-member government delegation led by the Vice President then, John Dramani Mahama. Babeji Tumuse, Ayanokre. STS Korea for no mawamu $2,600. But nenye bribe, to say the then Attorney General Kayan. De momuno. Honorable Albert Abongo say, na a mere gift you will receive from the Korean company. Yeah, it cannot be termed as inducement. And those gifts could not have compromised their judgment in respect of the STS housing deal. The deal now must one $2,600 koko for biwoto. O minus sample. When the former president of Korea, Eban, that was signed the Katuchuri deal, and I every omni. And they did me saying, Jamu, send me a series or some of dead do. You because what was now. Let's shift our attention to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency. Internationally, one also two kind NBC. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also did any chirimu wa China. Bra, now I'm going to forward to Ben Heritage government. In 2017, no buy no say a country the economic mess. Ya na the NDC abayeja 200. Si kakra de baye mpuntu juma development na hwan yedi. No soma the man panyina be de say ko China na kohwe so benya bibi dia bro man. The vice president koye the China for ko transfer no say ebo anuanom. Se ya no a ho kire any said the economy no the predecessors are say no afanti. Now the betumi asa bobosia for development but the pesi lease 2 billion worth of our boss site the mamu. Now in return body development bread a ho and at the sino hydro D if we buy. And this visit was captured on the 10th of May 2018. Now on the 10th of August 2018, and I'm penning for a free China, led by the Chinese Minister for Development, the Honorable Ban Bawumia, is responsible and say, now, significantly, Sino-Hydra, the Vice President, Nsem-Pii, a butter of some sort. Yes, $2 million. Yen kind fan can Ghana ye debt stock. And you may debris 100 kilometers of road project. Kumasi inner city roads. Kumasi kwada so bantema swame. Tafo pankrono asokwa ofori krom subi. Nshaya so menshia efijase asokore. 29 kilometers of Sunyani inner city roads. 10 kilometers of Brekum Township roads. 22 kilometers of Cape Coast Township roads, 10 kilometers of Prestia Township roads, rehabilitation of 38 kilometers new Abraham of Fuansikuma roads. After 2 interchanges, Bakun Watamale, Bakun Watakrade, district hospitals, more than 20 major bridges. The Pepeso Jasekai Hohoi road. Deal bakope ya the then vice president His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the free China buy. Ankoye ka the moment for swa o man no enya the free so. Ebion from China. The vice president is too far echo UK. UK akoye no na ye petition ya City FM for the man the vice president said 2016 ansa na John Dramani Mahama ban ebe free akonya so omone company be a friend of Septon Swiss Limited ye free UK side contract mobile money interoperability service say me send this sika free account so mu a etumi ba me mobile money wallet so be MTN na metumi send this card ya kotigo we will Tigo metumi send this card ya ko Vodafone mobile money interoperability enti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko UK na ko hwe ensem ni brai because a boa omode giyen for mobile money interoperability service a $1.2 billion for that service. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko UK ko gen krata ba Ghana beje Bank of Ghana krata no se there be 1.2 billion de dollars no. You bet me the $4.5 million a paye. Hey, minorities boy. Dia asem na papa yi kan. Kakran. The Septon Swiss contract was cancelled by the vice president. Amane mobile money interoperability ye no mani mu a and they will be to US or to send this card direct ba Ghana. Obi wa Ghana or to send this card direct to Canada. Obi use Vodafone to send this card direct to MTN. Obi accounts ewo consolidated bank Ghana or to me use card direct the mobile money wallet so edit. And this was done at a cost of $4.5 million. And the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to Kwanyako United Kingdom ako she accepting switch ako cancel deal. Na my Ghana save over $1 billion in the public purse. You to find free the UK eco US. Ebion na technology fair koso ewo United States abrochimemu ewo Silicon Valley California USA. Na Ghana man penyin na do dan kwakufu ato two bofo ye the vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se ko san se wa kwadre wa ben ewo eye abodie mu nyansape na computer ye de ye nneoma kona kosua bibi na fabra ne ehunu kwan ya befa so a wo de bebo o man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de nani kire mu America abrochimemu April 24th 2018 jumadi ni nyina ba wie ye no na woni company ye friend no Zipline International Incorporated equal sign memorandum of understanding say yano bahura juma moye ya ha in fact ya in health sector pobudin sem unyoma no akwa atwe kakra te maboa yen na ye hunu kwan ya ye betumi afa so use drones e dia supply medical supplies e dia afa Ghana afa na nyina in fact nti ase ya adwuma Emma Zipline almost subsidiary company wo Ghana ha no na contract ne beto mo na so the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye so ane ko America brochimemu a wo ba na o the Zipline International Incorporated jumedi omudi ye using drones for medical supplies and ebroman ene ewiase afa na nyina o mai bia ne ho no mu a okura the biggest medical drone supply chain than the Yokoso my Ghana. Statistically, Ghana Health Service Chiremua as at April 2024. That's Zipline for to me a year 500,000 medical deliveries in this country. A yes, our service yani deba. Yamame Hanabisu say the between Adija. Enti the Vice President of America Brichimamuba now okura drone medical services in obi wo Nampala, obi wo Nampanduri, obi wo Sola, obi wo Techimai, obi wo Mezofe, obi wo Dambai, obi wo Bole, na bibi tunwa. These drone services to me deliver medical deliveries at the shortest possible time. During COVID, ya no man ye ni etwe ye ni anintwa. These Zipline services they deliver COVID vaccines over 10,000. And let's compare the credibility internationally of Penifobia. There were the Kabafi, there were the Japan, the Bafi. And I Ghana for 1 year so be the money. The choice is yours. But Jenny, let's take a decision come December 7th. Watch out for part 2. Yakram.